welcome back to my channel and welcome to Freeze Friday. I'm sorry I missed it last week. I had so much going on with some other videos that I needed to get done. It's very hot here, so I'm having to get these videos done very early in the morning so that I can then shut the house up, and somehow last week it just escaped me. But we are back this week, and don't forget to go over and pop on over and see Christy's video, and Kathy will have one up over the weekend for sure. Christy as well. Christy is usually pretty good at getting them up actually on Fridays. So I'm going to quickly show you the layouts I've got done so far this month and how they relate to either my How to Kill a Kit or, more importantly, my stash bashing and the things that I set myself up to do in July, because people, there are 6 weeks left to our spending freeze, and I'm very happy with the progression on some things, not as much on others. I'll give you a full update at the end of the month because I'm going to be setting some very strict goals for August. But then I think Christy and I have been talking. I think I might do like one really nice order to reward myself of stuff that I consciously feel that I will use and need, because you're going to see that there are some things that will probably never come back into my stash. And then try this again for another 6 months. Anyway, so 1st of July, this was the round 5 of our telephone game. Got some florals. This is all I scrap lifted my lovely friend Anne-Marie Marcoux, who is also part of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club group, and the Mercy Tiara group as well. You see her being quite active over there as well. She loves Chamel, so I went into my stash and used some of the lovely Sparkle City that I had left. And now we start the Off the Board. So the Off the Board and the 30-day series that I've been doing throughout this is one of the things I'm very proud of and happy with, because they really get me into my stash. July, we are doing Off the Board. I'm being crazy with Crystal, Megan, Kathy, and then a whole bunch of our lovely scrappy friends are joining throughout here and there, some more than others. But we are getting those pins out and used. So this was day 1, my little Diego, my How to Kill a Kit with Style, and some deep stash finding here with some of the background paper and these 2 papers here as well, using up some of that Cocoa Vanilla. Day 2, this is probably going to be one of my favorite layouts of the entire series. It definitely is my favorite, one of my favorites so far. You're going to see, I'm going to say that maybe a couple of times. Using florals, July is all about florals, stencils. I dug my watercolors out. I'm very pleased with getting some of those used up. There's a lot of stash digging so far for the 30 days of sketches, and I'm just thrilled. I love this one as well. It's bright, it's bold, a lot bolder than my normal style. Lots of paper, very little else to need it done. I used some packaging here from my stash, from my stash, so very happy about this one. That was day 3. Day 4 is using my How to Kill a Kit with Style. It's a fun grid. I finished the lovely package of wood veneer that my friend Helen sent me. There were 3, if not 4 words in that package. I got the last one used here. I tinted it a little bit. My hexagon punches, which was one of the shapes I wanted to use last month, but we're using it this month. Florals, lots of layers. This was also for the Storyteller Challenge in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and the Scrap 5 Challenge, where I chose the 5 items, and I even went rogue on my own 5 items. This was supposed to be silver. All of the videos were on my channel if by any chance you missed any. This was a sketch Sunday. This one gave me a little bit of trouble, but dug my punches out. So I'm very happy. I've been using my dies and my punches. That's definitely one thing that I've been happy with. I combined the sketch Sunday and 30 Days of Sketches Revisited with Stamp With Me. Did I? No, I did not. I just stamped. So I've been happy. I've been using some stamps as well. Very old piece of acrylic that I got out of my stash. And the rest here is my How to Kill a Kit with Style. This is another one of my favorites. This was so much fun. This was day 6. And this is my scrapbooking, Secret Not Secret Kid Club scrapbooking with a twist, where Christina sends me this month in July, because we are doing off the board, she has sent me a pin to use with my current kit, working with the 5th and Monaco. I combined this with MK's Ribbon Challenge, and I really, really, really had fun with this one. The florals, digging in and getting some ribbon used up. So I'm really, really thrilled about that. This is, so this one I'm combining. This was day 8, and I'm combining that with Stamp With Me. And Sarah's challenge for ink blending during the Secret Not Secret. And I dug out one of my gorgeous floral stencils, so doing some stenciling. Dug out the stamp from 49 and Market. So I'm very, very happy with that. And then you saw this just yesterday, which was Christina Day, Secret Not Secret Kit Club Focus Day. I used my How to Kill a Kit, I used my 5th and Monaco, my June kit for this one. Beautiful florals. This is gorgeous. I scrap lifted Christina for my off the board, the pin. One of my wonderful go-to designs. And then something that I've started, which is absolutely fantastic to use up scraps, is sort of everyday memory, keeping everyday memories of project lifestyle. I'm not doing it by week, by month, just ad hoc as things goes on, as days go on. And this was the first foray into it, using my sampler kit. So this was a SCT sampler, and so great way to use up scraps. So all in all, I'm really, really happy with getting into my stash and using my stencils, using my watercolors, my mixed medias, my mists, my punches, my dies. I've really, really, really been doing well. I need to focus a little bit more on getting some of those embossing folders. So the tools, because as you see when we go through that, the more tools we use, the less bought embellishments and things. There's so much that we can do. A beautiful mixed media or ink blending background with a few stamps, and you need very little else but maybe a few flare, some lovely sequins or enamel dots, and you're done. So what I am going to get up to this weekend, we have Stash Bash Palooza. Great way. So I'm going to be doing some deep stash diving. Christy and I talked about it, and it really is money well spent. It's a very, very good deal, because Christina is having a July and August one, and there was a bundle. We'll be getting a swag bag, and the price was just ridiculous. And Christy and I talked about it. We talked about it with Christina, and we said, you know what? It's such a great way to get in there and to use up that stash. So let's go for it. So I'm getting ready for that for this weekend. I've been going through a lot of my photos that I had already printed, got them categorized. My nephew Joe and his family, Barcelona pictures that I have not scrapped yet, still quite a few, early years, and my career album. So lots of photos still there. Every day, some of it is silliness. This is sometimes my nephew and I talk to one another with, at the time it was Bitmojis, now memes, do some funny, fun things, maybe a selfie, some of that. and some of my backpacking trips. So I've got some photos at the ready for that. And what it is, it's a full day. There's a Facebook group. Christina creates using some go-to designs. They're not sketches. They're really, she creates. We do 2 to 3 Facebook Live sessions, 10 to 12 layouts, and then even sometimes there are some cards, whatever, to use up our scraps. And there's the layout one where she sends a kit, but the Stash Bash one is we use our stash. So she sent us all a lovely document. I'm not going to show that to you. 5 pages full for each project of supplies, the types of things we might need, strips or squares or circles, the sizing of photos, how many photos. So just some pointers so that we can gather up some things. I do tend to just sort of grab as I go, but I am getting a little bit ready. I have a few other photos here. My lovely Chopin hiding from the heat, a peekaboo Chopin, the floor, these lovely daylilies just outside my building, hibiscus, my great niece's grad from last summer. These are some that I definitely want to get done. I have this fun bowl on my desk of all sorts of scraps. Some have words, humble, peace and love. This was left over from a previous layout palooza. I could use either side. There's even a little tag in here. Adventure. Then some of them are just squares. These are 2x2 squares ready to go. Some strips that I can cut, some hearts that I can fussy cut. Just a full bowl that I always have, some banners on my desk, and I go there first when I want to do some punching, make maybe a little banner, fussy cut. I could fussy cut these cameras or use it as a little border strip under a photo. So I have all of that at the ready. And I found this to be very useful. It looks terribly full here. And it is, because I do keep adding to it, but I do use it a lot. So I'm pretty sure I'll be using a lot of these squares this weekend. Another whole batch here of 2x2 squares. I might take one of these this afternoon and do some triangles to get some of that ready, I think, for the weekend. I have, on some of the layouts that you saw here, I still have some of these arrows that I punched on that Sketch Sunday, 30 Days of Sketches Revisited. This you will see a layout with these fun circles on my channel on Sunday. So I have some circles. These I use some dies, punched and ready to go. And then all I've really consciously taken out, because I still have my How to Kill a Kit with Style and my 5th in Monaco. I'll probably be using more my How to Kill a Kit with Style over the weekend, but I still have a few of those page kits left over that I had shown you that I really want to make a conscious effort of using this weekend. So I had this one, which is maybe more for an 8.5 by 11 with some Auburn Lane goodies left over, and this larger sheet, which was from an old Scraptastic kit. So I want to really make a conscious effort of getting that used up this weekend. And then this page kit, which is probably even, this is a double page kit, I think. This is definitely a double page kit. I've shown you, I've got some chipboard here, sticker sheet from Gingham Farm, just a few enamel dots left, this fun little punch that I did. I even had, and these strips, I had this lovely loaf of bread that I made that I want to document. A few more here, and I also have the photo of the gas stove and range, so I have it here. This would be a 2-photo layout. So this, I think, would be for 2 layouts. So I basically have, like, I guess 3 sort of page kits at the ready, and we'll see how they fit in. I even have a few alphas left. Not much still that we can spell, because there are really only U's left as vowels, although the Q here I could turn into an O for sure. The F's I could turn into E's because I have 3 F's. So there's definitely, hopefully, something I can still do with these letters. And there you go. So I also want to pull a couple of embossing folders out because that's really where I find washi. Washi is going to be one of those products, my friends, at the end of this freeze that is not going to survive. If I ever do buy washi again, it will be a very specific washi that goes with a kit, or that Christina thinks I need to go with a kit that I will use with that kit straight away. I still have this one, which I am liking, so I'll keep that with this to use. I have this one here that I am liking, that you saw, that still seems to be working. So, and that goes with these lovely circles that I've punched, so we'll see what we can do with that. And I have this one that is still working, so I think we'll try and do that. But washi, I've come to the conclusion that washi and I are not the best of friends. It is not something, I'm so sorry, Caitlin. It's not something that I love and adore, so washi will not be something that will come back much into my stash. I do enjoy stitching, so that will continue on. Flare will continue. Acrylic I am starting to develop quite a love for. Acetate, we're going to get, I'm really going to make a conscious effort to use up what I can, and I've come to the conclusion that acetate is not for me either unless I put it on white cardstock, and that I find just too much work. So we're going to use up what we can in acetate, and then that will probably be something that I learned from this as well. Acetate, clear stickers, the jury is still out. Washi, definitely not a friend. So there you go. So that's this week's Freeze Friday. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful week, and that you have a great weekend coming up. I hope you're staying cool. If you are anywhere like me, we are supposed to hit the 100-degree mark here today, 37 or 38 on the thermometer with crazy humidity. So this will be the last recording I do for today. I'm going to go and close everything up, and I'm just not made for this weather, people. I don't know about you, but there you go. I'll see you back here next week and tomorrow for Off the Board. Bye.